we're going to be looking at comparison statements. So comparison statements can be found in the form of a ratio, a fraction, a percent, or a difference. We're going to go through an example of each today. You'll probably want a calculator, so you can get yours out right now. If you don't have one, you can use one on your Chromebook. So with comparison statements, you need to be writing a sentence every single time. So Jenny has 9 turtles and Carly has 13 turtles. So I'm going to start with a ratio. Okay, so a ratio is a pretty easy one. We kind of have 4 options. I could do the ratio of Jenny's turtles to Carly's turtles. I could do Jenny's turtles to the total. I could do Carly's amount of turtles to the total, or I could do the total to any one of their turtles. So any of those options are fine. You can pick, just make sure you're writing a sentence. So I'm gonna say the ratio of Jenny's turtles to Carly's turtles is 9 to 13. Okay, so that's what I would expect to see on your paper for a ratio problem. Something like that. Just make sure you're explaining in your sentence about your ratio. Okay, so if you want to do like Carly's turtles to Jenny's turtles, that'd be fine, but then your ratio should be 13 to 9. Or if you want to do the total, like Jenny's turtles to the total, that would be fine. You're just doing, let's see here, you're just doing 9 to 22. So either way is fine, okay? So next one I'm going to do is a fraction. Okay, when you're doing a fraction, you need to have the total as the bottom of your fraction. So I can do Jenny's turtles to the total or Carly's turtles to the total for my fraction. Those are only 2 options. Okay, you cannot do Jenny's to Carly's for a fraction. You have to do it to the total. So I think I'm gonna do Jenny's, so that's 9, and then there's 22 turtles total. So for a fraction, your options are basically these 2. You have to have a total on the bottom. Okay, so for a fraction, you have to have a total. I think I'm gonna choose this one. So for my sentence, because I have to have a sentence every time, I would say the fraction of Carly's turtles to the total is 13 over 22. Okay, so for fractions, you have to have the total on the bottom. All right, next one I'm going to do is percent. So when you're doing a percent, basically you're using the fractions. So I can choose to use my 9 over 22 fraction or my 13 over 22 fraction and just turn it into a percent. So for a percent, you have to have the total on the bottom as well. I think I'm going to do Jenny's this time. So I'm going to change 9 over 22 into percent. So in my calculator, I'm doing 9 divided by 22 equals, and that answer times 100. So I got 40.9%. Okay, so when I'm writing my sentence, I would say the percent of Jenny's turtles, sorry, the percent of turtles Jenny has is 40.9%. Okay, so 1 or 2 decimal places is fine. For both percents and fractions, you have to have the total on the bottom. Okay, it's not a choice. Both of those you have to have the total on the bottom. All right, and then last one, I think this is the easiest one. The difference. So difference, remember, just means subtraction. So I'm just going to say the difference between Carly's turtles and Jenny's turtles is, and then I'll just subtract them. Okay, so the difference should be an easy one. So the difference between Carly's turtles and Jenny's turtles is 4, right? Because 13 minus 9 would give me 4. Okay, so those are the 4 different comparison statements. Difference, really, there's only one option. For percents and fractions, you have kind of 2 options you can go with. Just make sure you're using the total at the bottom. Ratio, you have about 4 different choices. Just make sure in your sentence you're explaining each time.